as we kick off Week 15. Titans head coach Mike Vrabel looks to defeat the team that drafted him. It's the Titans on the road against the Steelers. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gunn with my broadcast partner Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Titans in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
From Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Wormley able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
A run with Henry on 1st down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Tannehill. Gets this to Forkser, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Play action, it's Tannehill. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he will have a Titans 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Lowe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Draw play. This is Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the control since 2004. 6-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Play action, now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 11. Tannehill. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Nifty move. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And bulldozing his way through. And in for the Steelers touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Man, this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he fires one that's intercepted. This safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's got Swain here as tight end outright. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A handoff, running left, Henry. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ray McCloud to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Now, that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Big stop, dude. Big stop. Let's go.
Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets at halftime. Tua Tagovailoa with a touchdown throw. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Derek Carr leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. McLeod now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction. When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on 1st down, Tannehill nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Harris. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll return this this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This complete to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 15, and that'll lead to third down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you...
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Now it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Now a first down carry for Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now they're in the hurry up. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
One last throw here for Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home.